for my Honda Civic EX 4-door, obviously, because I have a rear passenger door that has bad motors in both the driver and the passenger side. But I tried to change the rear driver side one yesterday, and when I took it out, I noticed that the the track that the wire and everything rolls on here, it was bent. So I replaced it, and it still didn't work properly. Which is definitely always nice. Yeah, there's the workers over here are driving by, talking very loud. Either way, so I changed it. It didn't work out too well because it didn't work. I don't know if the motor doesn't work, or if there's a switch problem on that side. I can recheck my fuses. Everything looked like it was fine beforehand, so that's why I replaced the motors, thinking that the motors were bad. So yeah, now I'm going to change my passenger one. I already checked to see if this motor works. You can see it's slightly down. So that should help me also align it and get it all hooked up. So hopefully it works. This is not a complicated thing to do. You got to pop that baby out, pull this guy off, which mine is all types of beat up looking, so it's whatever. Fine with it being a little beat up looking. You got a couple of Phillips heads. Try to do this as quickly as possible. This is not a long process at all. It's very. I found this to be very easy, especially because when I was at the junkyard looking for these parts, I got pretty fast at doing this. You know, because I was taking out a bunch. I took out a couple. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of those guys that goes to the. If I could get this screw to hook up. A look-feel type of situation. There it is. So yeah, I'm one of those people that goes to the junkyard and I take out a couple pieces. I take out a couple of the same piece. I'll find a couple of the vehicles that are like mine, and I will remove a couple. And I'll find the best one. Usually the first one I pull out is going to be a little messed up because of whatever. You know, I could maybe I pulled it wrong, and when I was pulling out, I didn't notice there was an attachment or something that was still hooked up, so I broke that piece off, and then I properly detached it in the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one. So I take out a couple to practice, and then I compare them, and I'll leave the ones I don't want. Obviously, I'm going to leave them. I'm not going to buy them all, but I leave them at in the trunk of the car. Hey. There we go. Now the door's off. You have to make sure, or the door cover is off. You got to make sure your switch. You got to unhook that. Right there it is. There it is. That's where it plugs in at. And put that inside the car. Don't spill the beer. I know it's early in the morning, but I've been awake all night working. So I got off work and I decided, let me try and knock this out real quick in the morning. So I'm enjoying an after-work beer. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. So you got a couple bolts here. You don't got to take these bolts all the way off, thankfully. You just got to slightly take them off, and then this is the motor area. These 3 bolts are the actual motor. Unhook your power here. Now I remember on this side specifically, when I pulled all the motor out, or I pulled all the stuff off, and I checked the power from the switch and everything. I turned on my key. I had my little power meter thingy. I hooked it up. I checked, and it said there was power coming to it. So that's why I'm confused. If power is going to it, sounds like the motor's back. I did not check the other side though. I did not check to see if the power was going to the other side. I didn't check it when I pulled it out earlier, or pulled it out yesterday and changed it. So, you know, there's a couple of different things I should have troubleshooted before I just wrapped up that side. But it was kind of raining yesterday morning. It's gloomy today. It was raining earlier. It's not raining now. So if I want, maybe I'll take the time to check all this stuff out. But they definitely put tint on these windows. So I feel like when they took all this stuff out and they were tinting the windows or whatever, they messed something up, because this car has a bunch of little issues I've noticed. Just weird little issues. Wires not properly being hooked up in certain spots. Speakers, you know, certain speakers aren't there anymore. Nope, there that goes. Alright, so now that it dropped, I unhooked these two up here, this and this one down here. These 3 bolts hold on to the track, and I took them off. Obviously the whole thing fell. So now I have this bolt here that is exposed from the track that hooks up to the window itself. Oh, make sure. So this one's an easy one to get to. Might be smarter to have the motor still kind of hooked up here, so the wires stay out of your way. There you go, the motor's hooked up. Also, be very careful working in this space, this metal. It doesn't seem very harmful, but just a slight rubbing of the hand or something the wrong way across this metal, and you're going to end up with a nice little cut. Alright, and then the next one, you have to go into this hole here. So you got to kind of push your window back up and align it so you can see it better. It's going to be easier to align if I just do that, holding it back, and there you go. And you shove. Oh yeah, something's definitely broken here. This one's broken. That makes some sense. This motor, or the track is broken, it seems. I can get this bolt. Oh gosh. Pain in the RCR. I'm just completely blocking my camera now, but that's a pain in the ass. Alright, so now we're detached, and yeah, that's been broken. That motor is broken at the top. So to hold the window back in place, I'm going to stick a screwdriver here, kind of give leverage, and hope, there we go, that should hold everything in place. To pull these out, it's a little easier to pull out the track first. Motor, or the track and the motor kind of at a simultaneous. It's either way, it's a pain in the ass. The thing I don't like is, no matter what I was doing, always having issues with like these connector sections here, which are hecka messed up on this one here. The bottom one doesn't seem too bad. They're both kind of messed up. This one you can see is all types of off. It's easy to just kind of reset it. It's not easy, but you know, gotta pull the spring and put it back in place. But I don't like that. See, that's I found one that it wasn't broken, and then I found the rest of them they all kind of snapped there. They all had that issue. They're kind of supposed to be stiff like that and connected still completely, not broken, stuff like that. But you know, either way, yeah, this one's all types of messed up. Now the fun part, putting things back together. So let's get this one in there and hope for the best. All my locks and stuff are properly attached. I'm not sure if this lock motor was working properly. It was just giving me issues. Everything just gives me issues nowadays. Just frustrating. But that's life. It's life. Life is frustrating sometimes. Cars are frustrating sometimes, guys. If you didn't know. So that's that top hole from the inside. The one with the washer. Where's the one with the washer? Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. Let's not touch anything more. Let's get this in. What will be the best way to get it in without bending it all to hell? I guess bend it all to hell. Just hope for the best. Bah humbug. Get your fat ass in there. Alright. So there it goes. It's in. Smooth. Obviously. Oh, let me now realign these freaking springs and crap that I just popped out of place. See, this is what I said. I didn't like that they were not hooked up or broken, and it's a pain in the ass getting these things out and get them in. No matter how many times I tried with different ones. Mother fudger. Oh gosh, will I have to bring these back out now? See, I am not a mechanic. I am not my father. My father is a professional. I am an amateur. Alright, now that that's slightly back in place. There we go! Charlie, go! If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy that shit started to work out a little bit better, then clap your hands. Clap your hands. Alright. Oh yeah, bolts. So yeah, yesterday when I was doing this, I didn't, well, as I said, I didn't check electrically if the motor worked outside. I didn't hook up the 2 wires to the battery to see if the motor went up and down. So I left it at full raised up position when I put it in. So it's kind of a huge pain in the ass to do that. Now I just realized it's going to be a huge pain in the ass. And this one also, but not for the same reason as the other. Because when I lowered it, it made it easier to get to one bolt. But the other one now realizing I'm going to have to lift it to get it lined with this hole. So what I'm going to do is lower my window here. This nice tinting. Just lower that so it lines up with the mechanism properly. Alright, so now that's lined up. I'm going to put this bolt in there. It's always in the last second that I realize I did something helpful, but also kind of like, that would frustrate me. That would frustrate me, and it does frustrate me. Alright, so now that that's aligned, bring this baby up, and when I get to that, that's why. Like, why isn't it moving? Oh, because my motor being in place is making it hard to adjust things. Alright, and there's that bolt now able to be visible Will I be able to get it in there? That was a pain in the ass yesterday. It was a pain in the ass to get this bolt back in yesterday on the other side. Not really expecting it to be any easier today. Oh, wow, already? Really? Wow, I got it in. Is it gonna go in? It feels like it's a little off. Why is that off? It feels like it's off for some reason. Oh, there we go. Nope, still off. Ah. I'm not sure why that one feels so off, but you know what? It's attached. I have 2 bolts attached, and I'm not angry at that. You know, that's fine with me. One is definitely attached very well, and the other one is all right. It's good enough. That's what matters. It's good enough for me. For me, I don't care. Like, is somebody else gonna buy this car from me? Probably not. With my luck of vehicles, it'll probably end up in a junkyard after I'm done with it. Freaking A, man. I just do not have. I've not been having really good luck with vehicles lately. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a. Yeah. Kind of makes me really want to just save, like, just super freaking frugal, I guess. Be super frugal, save up all my money, get myself a second car for emergencies. Like, that seems like the smartest idea. Because I get stranded for a while with one vehicle just crapping out on me. Or what happened recently with my vehicle was some kid was not good at driving on the highway in rain, and he nicely placed his Honda in front of my Impala that I had at the time. And then insurance company decided, since the kid was not on his mother's insurance, they don't have to do anything about it. And will anybody try and pursue anything? No. It's not like we have lawyers and shit like that, you know, my family and me, and, you know. Yeah, but that's just life decisions right there. I guess I should have went to college and got a super awesome degree, and then, hey, maybe I would have been driving some better car that wouldn't have gotten in an accident. So many things that you could think about in life. Don't need to dwell, though. No need to dwell. I got the motor in now, and I got everything attached. So, moment of truth, I guess. Let's see how this baby goes. So, we are now hooking up that. Everything is attached to the motor. I plugged it in. Everything's looking good. Let's turn the key and see. I lost those keys a week ago. Let's turn the key and see what we got. That seems like it worked. I see what just hit back. And see, as I was saying, that part where the cord and everything came undone, that is rubbing. Damn it. it's rubbing. But hey, I know it's working. I know how to get that to unrub. I just got to get my hand in there for a little bit and readjust this piece that is right here, and it's messed up. Yeah, it's definitely off course now, which is so not frustrating. But hey, for the most part, getting the motor out, getting the new one in, that's the process. So yeah, the passenger side, it's basically the same thing on the other side. 3 bolts, 2 detaching it, the window to the track, and then getting it in and out of this hole, while watching out for the edges, because, as I said, slightly touching these inside at the wrong velocity, and it cuts. So, thanks for watching. Make sure you have yourself a great day. Here's the long thumb. And